Elon Musk was once the undisputed symbol of tomorrow, a real-life Tony Stark, promising electric cars, sustainable energy, and interplanetary travel. His ambition drew in talent, capital, and public support, making the impossible seem inevitable. Musk's story: South African immigrant, self-taught coder, PayPal co-founder, fed the mythos. He risked his fortune on high-stakes ventures in space energy and transportation, driven by a conviction to solve humanity's biggest problems. Unlike traditional executives, Musk was raw, unfiltered, and deeply involved in engineering. He slept on factory floors, worked punishing hours, and expected the same from his teams. This relentless drive was seen as proof of his commitment. He wasn't just managing companies, he was on a mission. For a time, nothing could stand in his way. He was the architect of a future we all wanted to believe in, but every myth has its cracks. SpaceX redefined space travel, making reusable rockets a reality and slashing costs. The sight of a Falcon 9 booster landing upright became a symbol of Musk's audacity. Simultaneously, Tesla proved electric cars could be fast, stylish, and desirable. The Model S forced legacy automakers to take electric vehicles seriously. Gigafactories and charging networks showed Musk's commitment to a sustainable energy ecosystem. SpaceX and Tesla became twin pillars, one tackling planetary sustainability, the other humanity's long-term survival. Musk's ventures weren't just businesses, they were a civilizational mission. His successes silenced critics and inspired a devoted following. Other projects like Neuralink and the Boring Company added to his mystique, pushing boundaries in AI and urban transport. He was always chasing the next impossible problem. His portfolio read like a roadmap to the future, and he was holding the pen. But the bigger the vision, the greater the scrutiny. Musk's influence exploded through social media, especially Twitter. His tweets could move markets, spark memes, or ignite controversy in seconds. Fans treated his pronouncements as gospel, fueling a powerful cult of personality. He became a kingmaker in crypto, with jokes and memes sending prices soaring or crashing. This direct, unfiltered style made him feel accessible, but also unpredictable. His impulsiveness online often created chaos for his companies. The infamous funding-secured tweet led to SEC lawsuits and his removal as Tesla's chairman. Public feuds and erratic behavior began to tarnish his image. Inside his companies, reports of brutal work conditions and high turnover surfaced. The narrative of the benevolent tech king started to fray. The chaos online mirrored a turbulent reality within his empire. The cracks in the myth were widening. Controversies mounted: workplace lawsuits, discrimination claims, and toxic culture at Tesla. The visionary was now questioned on basic ethics. During COVID-19, Musk downplayed the virus and defied health orders, alienating many. He spread misinformation and embraced conspiracy theories, shifting from tech leader to divisive figure. Regulatory battles intensified. His disdain for oversight now looked like reckless arrogance. The maverick began to seem like a liability. Media scrutiny grew, exposing the darker side of his empire. The story was no longer just about innovation, but about hubris and the human cost. The man who could do no wrong was now a lightning rod for criticism. The hero's journey had taken a dark turn. The world watched as the icon unraveled. Musk's chaotic $44 billion Twitter takeover, rebranded as X, marked the climax of his transformation. He gutted the workforce, alienated advertisers, and made erratic changes, turning the platform volatile. The move was seen as a catastrophic business decision and a blow to his credibility. For many, it was the final straw. He was no longer the visionary, but the erratic billionaire. His legacy now hangs in the balance: revolutionary innovator or cautionary tale. Musk's story echoes the Icarus myth, flying high on ambition only to fall from hubris. His saga warns of the dangers of unchecked power and the cult of the founder. The world still needs visionaries, but Musk's fall reminds us: ambition without humility can lead to ruin. The future he once promised is now clouded by controversy. In the end, we must be wary of heroes, especially those who believe they're above reproach.